welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report here on a Football Friday.
That's right, dog.
Once again, the Barnes and Tony show. Truba out of the lineup.
Out of the lineup.
Chick going down in the beer chug.
I mean, golly, dude.
I can smell the fish and chips from Jack Dempsey's from here.
Oh, my God.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. Obviously, super stoked for tonight's game. Regardless, obviously the thoughts about the Rangers coming into this game. We're gonna have a great time. You mentioned Dempsey's, the Babchick last minute party,
whole,
dude.
Layer of this,
a whole other thing, dude. He said it starts at 6 o'clock, right?
6 o'clock. So
dude.
perfect game is 7:30.
7:30,
I
dude.
think I keep thinking it's at 7. Wasn't
Me
it
too,
7:30
dude.
last time?
No, it was not. It was
It
7
was at
last
7.
time.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
7:30 is nice.
Yes,
a little
dude.
more time.
To chug.
But yeah, I just feel confident, and I see Matthew in the comments here, and I feel like he knows. He's seen me, the stumbler at Eastern.
Stumbler.
I could, just one of those things like end of the year. You go around the different houses drinking and stuff. I'm just saying, just
That
one.
sounds nice.
Like nothing crazy here, but just one beer chug with Babchick. No way. I know this guy is like nuts. Supposedly.
Right. Isn't he supposed to be nuts, dude?
There's no way I lose, and I know you know that.
What's your time, dude? What do you think you would post
I know
on time,
I've never
dude?
done the stopwatch, but
Never done-
it's
okay.
like let's say this is the beer,
Yeah.
like done, like
Gone.
people like if Pooch was in here, he'd attest to it.
Let's fucking go, dude.
We've seen it.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
seen it. So definitely jacked for that. Do you think DA Tony is going to be hammered?
DA, dude.
Maybe not, dude.
Maybe not is right, dude. But I guess we'll see. I'm super pumped, man.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be so much fun, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So excited for that. And we have a few comments already.
Yes.
Let's get to those. Nothing about Disney, I don't believe, anyway.
I don't think so though. We do have Michael
dude.
Buck just saying last time maybe I have the game of the year, dude.
Game of the year,
which
dude.
I mean, he was like, even Michael was saying, dude, he couldn't believe how good this game was.
Oh, last night you're saying?
Yeah. Isn't that what Buck was talking about? Last night might have been game of the year.
Yes. Great game.
Yeah, phenomenal
Obviously,
game.
We'll get into it in the Houdini, Michael, aspect of it.
Dude, we were on it. We were definitely on top
we
of it.
knew
dude.
it was
We
a
knew it.
classic. I just wish I had parlayed, the plus 3.5 in the over. Put a couple shekels. Would have been nice for them.
C's, dude.
But probably bigger return with Bitcoin or XRP, right?
Come on, dude. Of course.
Who cares?
He says also Barnes Steelers have to beat the effing Browns Sunday, especially since they're at home, dude.
Yes,
Absolutely, dude.
But I find myself, I'm a big believer in the Steelers. I always take them, with the points, especially like last week against Cincinnati. But it felt like a matchup thing though when they played them last time. And obviously we'll talk about the game. Last time I checked, the spread was 6.5. But you just wonder if the Browns are going to give them trouble again.
Was that the snow game?
Yes.
Okay.
Jameis.
300
The
yards.
good Lord.
The good Lord, I pray, whatever, dude. Stop it. And then he also says that Liam McNeely is going to Disneyland with him. Disneyland was the first Disney theme park, opened on July 17th, 1955, dude. I didn't realize that. But that's a great little tidbit for you. Josh B. Now says, what up, fam? Happy Friday, dude.
Let's go. Josh B., the man.
He is the man. Speaking of Josh B., Michael Buck says, shout out to Kev Do and Josh B. Matthew Gabe with the big let's go. And he says, look at yous in the Rangers attire, dude.
Dude, let's fucking go. Matthew, he's jacked.
Dialed in, dude.
Dialed.
It's going to be a cold one in the city, dude. The tundra.
And I was like having trouble, and it was just blending in with some stuff in my closet. Finding the winter coat, found it.
Nice coat, dude. Very nice.
So jacked about that too, because otherwise, 'cause I've been going just sweatshirt. Terrible call. Like
Interesting.
recently,
Yeah.
like you're probably like t-shirt right now, like today, t-shirt, sweatshirt, little extended timeout time. Are you okay or no?
T-shirt, sweatshirt, probably, yeah. But tonight, I will
Probably
not, dude. Especially in the city, the wind, dude.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be walking outside. I'm gonna be layering up. I got just a T-shirt underneath this. I'm gonna have a long sleeve, and then a hoodie, and then the long johns on, thicker socks, dude. That winter hat.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
The only thing I won't have is gloves, but that's fine. I think I'll be fine with gloves. I got pockets.
But yeah, anybody who happens to be in the city tonight, lives in the city.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Hit us up. We'll be around. The game, Dempsey's, I guess Legends, this bar, the Legends, Tony.
Legends,
and then I'm sure
dude.
a stout at some point. So we are going to be out and about.
That's right, dude. Meandering anywhere, dude. Let's fucking go. Josh Beast has got to get out of this.
Yeah,
Fuck,
and I don't know.
dude.
I don't know. Maybe, I know I've said this before. I get it, but I just feel like as time goes on, it makes it more likely that they will snap out of it. And maybe, too, we talked about it pre-show, the news of Trouba being out of the lineup, seems like some trades in the mix. Maybe that energizes the team because maybe he's the guy that, some people supported, most people didn't, and it's just like a whole thing, we don't want this guy here.
Literally, if he gets traded before the game starts or something, you're gonna just hear the Trouba sucks chants.
Yeah,
In the
and
crowd
no,
for
and
sure, dude.
I will get on board with that.
Yeah,
I will
and I think
definitely
the
get on board
whole
with that.
the whole garden probably would, and
Yeah.
it should jack up the Rangers, dude. Big game rivalry. Sid the Kid.
Yeah.
F that guy, dude. F Buckta.
Wait, but is Tatum actually injured, or I guess I'm asking the wrong person on that.
Tatum ain't coming. He's injured. I don't think so, dude. Let's see. Jason Tatum. Top stories. No.
Tony, can you please pull up that glorious castle in Disneyland? I'm in a
Again with
good
the
mood
castle,
today.
dude. No.
Michael, aren't you in a good mood every time you're watching the sports board? What is this?
Jason Tatum, knee questionable for Friday's game versus the Bucks.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, me and Tony were talking about this before. This seems like a Josh B question. We hear it all the time on DNR. We were trying to figure out who says it, the context behind it, but the whole "Go Chargers, go" or whatever the fuck that is. I know I'm imitating it terribly, Josh. But if you could help us out, what the correlation is there, we'd appreciate it. Oh, you already found it. There we go. Never mind, Josh.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So he
dude.
went to a Chargers game. It looks like in 1985, right?
Literally, yeah. Let's see if we can pull up the video here for the people.
Look at you doing that without even saying anything, and then
I mean, you said it, and then it just kind of caught my eye.
That's
dude, and
Arnold.
That's
Go
Arnold. Dude.
Chargers, go!
I don't really know. It seems like too. They're making fun of him here. Hold on, where are we? Here we are. Let's replay this bad boy. You see Berman here. He's like, "What the hell is Arnold doing today, dude? I don't know."
Go Chargers, go!
So that's it, dude.
That's it, dude. So a lot to get to. We're not gonna have too much time to talk golf, but just to update everybody, 20-player field, Hero World Challenge, Albany, Bahamas. Cam Young, 2-shot lead, so that's kind of surprising. 8 under par here, 2 shots clear of JT. So good to see Justin Thomas playing some good golf here. SK Bahadia, 5 under par. Ludwig Aubert, 5 under par. Patrick Cantley, 5 under par. Scotty, 5 under par, first event since September. To hit the Gala 5 under par as well. And it's just crazy too. You know what I didn't realize? Nick Dunlap, 4 under par here. I didn't realize he's not even 21 years old yet.
I didn't know that either.
You remember it got the status because he had
Bama.
the win.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable.
Wherever was that Sony? No.
No, I think it was the American Express, wasn't it?
Amex? Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I think so. And then he won the Barracuda. Remember, instead of
yeah.
Meisner.
Oh my God, so
Mac
funny, dude.
Meisner.
Meisner.
But it's good to see Bahadia and Aubert, 2 of the younger, talented golfers. Kind of forgot about Bahadia. Or no, Bahatia.
Bahatia.
I can't believe I'm going back to my old ways with that.
Damn it, dude.
But he's a guy who, could have a big year, potentially.
Yeah. I
Just
mean,
got to get the consistency, right?
just gotta get the consistency, the putting, dude.
Yeah.
He's got that the two-hander
Yeah.
thing going on.
Anchor putting, right?
Anchor, yes,
Yeah.
which I always find to be it's really intriguing to be honest, but I also feel like that those people putt like that, sometimes you just flub it.
Yeah, I think it's all just comfort, routine, and I guess I think you just liked it, but
I did like
do
it.
the basement. Oh, wow. We have a Babchick repost.
Wow,
So he's ready to
dude.
go.
Let's go.
He's jacked up.
But I mean, like, how many times is he going to be challenged? Like, is it like 20 times?
The
like,
way he talks, just hearing him, and I know that's how he is, but then just the way he like, I don't know. I just feel like he's having 20 beers tonight.
yeah, but he's not chugging all 20. That'd be ridiculous, dude. It's like one after the other. Chug, chug, chug.
But I think, I don't know. He just because he knows us and say, listen,
Yeah.
like, and tell him like too, like we're gonna take a video of this, we're gonna
Yeah.
post it. Like I think he'll be excited about
Oh, yeah, I
that.
think so, too. Maybe
Yeah.
tweet at him and give him like a time slot, like 9:15, dude, or something. Like,
No, but I'm thinking game
pre-game?
shot.
Yeah,
right?
pre-game, yeah, 6:45.
Yeah. I mean, because they're saying all night, but who knows if they'll actually be there after the game.
True.
So I feel like we go before. I mean, I guess we
Yeah.
can play it by ear.
And then I guess also he's going to the game, right? They said he'll be in the mezzanine.
No, but I'm not sure if he's talking about maybe this is you look up Legends NYC because that'll give us the answer. I was thinking more this is like some huge like venue, which it possibly could be like a Billy's type of place.
NYC. Yep, there it is. West 33rd Street.
Yes.
Legends, dude.
Or is that like part of? No, that's not part of MSG. But it
No,
must be
no,
really-
no, no.
I feel like I've been to this place before.
I kind of feel like I have as well, dude. Interesting.
but it doesn't look like there's a
I mean,
mezzanine.
there's only it's like huge. This is the outside, like one floor, just like Legends bars or Yukon banner. It looks wide and nice and old and wooden, you know. But it's just this is the storefront. This is the front.
Huh? Interesting.
I guess they're Yukon fans, or maybe just at this time, you know.
But we'll sort all
The
that out.
Kentucky Derby, dude. Tullamore Dew.
But Babchick riled. We're riled. But let's just get going here. Let's go to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again.
Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
Run, dude.
The run, dude. The run. And
the run
what
that the
a
Lions are on, dude.
run the Detroit Lions are on, clinching. Was it not the division? It was just the playoffs, right? Last night.
Yes, I believe so.
34-31, so just kind of ironic, us hitting the head with the score, Tony hitting the trifecta, like they like to say with like the horse bets, right? Like
Oh, yeah,
hitting
Triple Crown?
everything.
Yeah.
No, but like, there's like a bet where like you hit, the first, second, third place exactly in
Oh,
order.
yeah?
Like, I know this is only two things, the total and the score, but I'm just saying, kind of crazy.
Let's
that
fucking go, dude.
It's
Yeah.
right on the head here. As the Lions 34-31, and like Michael Butkus said, and like you were talking about with Mike watching the game last night, I mean, really, arguably, the game of the year. The Detroit Lions 12 straight victories after that
Unbelievable.
opening week loss to the Tampa Bay Bucks. And you look at this game, it had a little bit of everything.
This is a game.
The rushing, I think, was a little less than I thought. And I think the biggest reason, especially on the Lions side, is Goff almost throwing for 300 yards. And at home, they were showing the passer ratings that he's had. I mean, it's unreal what he's done. He had that 100% completion game there. But 32 of 41, 283, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. A 90.9. And I feel like people don't realize how hard that is to have as a QBR. I mean, that's like, that encompasses every decision you're making. So to be that good, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, dude.
And he found Tim Patrick for 2 of his touchdowns. Jameer Gibbs had a receiving touchdown as well. And then you had David Montgomery pacing the ground game with a score, 51 yards, and Gibbs contributed 43. But of course, the big talk of today was that 4th and inches call, a field goal that was, I guess in the like high 30s, low 40s range. And instead of kicking it, and the Packers had no timeouts, but give him like 40 seconds, Campbell goes for it on 4th down. Jared Goff falls down, but still gets the handoff off Montgomery. 1st down, game over.
Very good there.
There was a 4th down earlier in the game. They didn't get. Packers ended up scoring the touchdown. What was your thoughts on that decision? Obviously it ends up playing out, but like some people are saying, well, this is why they got into trouble, in the NFC Championship game. What is that noise?
Rewind tape. Yeah, dude. I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, you can't really like Monday morning quarterback this decision here. I mean, at the end of the day, that is, Dan Campbell did risk it. He got it. I mean, and then that's it. Like it's over. Like obviously it's a good call because he believes, in his quarterback and his team and his running back and his play calling. And it is, I think, an outrageous call. I told Mike after the game, I'm like, dude, like every other coach in the league, like they're kicking that field goal.
Bro, yeah.
Which is wild. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that Dan Campbell shouldn't have done that because, I mean, not for nothing in this game, like Jordan Love and the offense, like significantly woke up second half,
yeah.
Driving down the field, even in the fourth quarter too. Like there's no guarantee. 40 seconds, they could definitely make it in field goal range.
Yeah.
They may even score a touchdown, like you never know, dude. I mean, the Lions defense, although that had big stops, second half, like I was saying, giving it a lot of points. That defense is riddled with injuries too. And I mean, not for nothing, you have a couple of the best running backs right now in the game, dude. And not to mention, like, I feel like your offensive line is just always showing up in terms of blocking. And you look at that play, dude. Like, the entire offensive line is blocking down to the right, and that's exactly what happened. Like, they literally like just executed so well. And was it Gibbs, right? No, it was Montgomery. Montgomery, gets that first down and then a few extra easily, dude. So no, I mean, I think that. Yeah, maybe it gets you into trouble sometimes, but that's the risk that Dan Campbell is willing to take. But that's what's making his Lions team so excitable.
Yeah, no, and I think everybody would agree. There's a belief in Dan Campbell from the players, from the city, from the fans. I think to the people that are questioning, Detroit just blowing through everybody and winning the Super Bowl, a couple of things they're saying is like. And they weren't second-guessing necessarily that decision last night, but just in general, if the aggressiveness will do them in at some point like it did, in the NFC Championship game where, it's like a 4th and 4, they're running the ball, they're on their own 30, like just crazy scenarios like that. And then also this defense, you give up 30 points to Green Bay, and I know, they have some players on that team, but just if, like, they have the defense – late in the year to stop, the other top teams, in the NFC, whether that's the Eagles, whether that's the Vikings, whether that's the Packers, obviously those are all teams, well, not the Eagles, but those other two teams that are in their division, and it's like, I don't think, anybody really from the South or West, you would imagine, Tony,
no,
would challenge them. I mean, when you look at the NFC, who is the biggest threat to the Lions?
That's a good question. I mean, I want to say the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
To Saquon, what he's doing.
I mean, exactly. They have a running game that could definitely mirror what Detroit's doing. Like, obviously, Hurts is a good quarterback. I mean, it's tough, dude, because, I mean, you do have the Commanders, which, I don't know. I would say maybe compared to maybe more threatening than the Vikings, but not as threatening as the Eagles. The Packers are going to be very threatening as well. But yeah, I think I would go with the Eagles. Why? Who do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've said the Eagles all along, but if I had to go with another team, I don't think it's going to be a team from the West or the South. I would actually say the Packers. I mean, look at this game. And I know the other game at Lambeau wasn't close, but like I said, that was Jordan Love coming back. And then you also had their leading receiver, Reed, leave this game with injury. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think the Packers, played their best game, but I don't think it's impossible. I mean, obviously, we saw how close this game was, where that sounded so funny. Did it sound as funny as it sounded to me, or not?
No, I don't think it sounded that. I mean,
Did it sound like I saw a ghost for a second?
Yeah, you had a little something caught in there,
yawn
dude.
and like combined, but but yeah, I mean, I just don't see why it would be, so crazy for them to beat them in the playoffs. Obviously, you got to be at your A game. And I think the key is going to be what this Detroit defense looks come playoff time.
Yeah, definitely. Again, like they got a lot of injuries. Hutchinson, right? Anzalone as well. I mean, they're filling some big shoes right now with some guys, but hey, I mean, not for nothing. They did put on a good second half in terms of stopping what the Packers were doing out there. But yeah, I mean, it's going to depend a lot on that defense. But again, I mean, like if Dan Campbell isn't totally confident in his defense, you're gonna see him taking those chances, like on fourth downs. because he's gonna have to do something to mix it up. And not for nothing, I want to say Dan Campbell looked at last season as a learning experience. Like yes, he's still taking chances, but not for nothing this year. Like his chances have been working out for him, and I would imagine like in the playoffs, if he's on his own 30 and it's fourth down early in the game, he's probably not gonna go for it again.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see too what happens. If Minnesota were to win this week, then they'd be 2 games over the Packers for that. For the 5th seed, Packers would be 6. So the way things are shaking out right now, if Seattle ends up winning the West, it would be the Seahawks hosting the Packers. The Lions with the bye, and then the Eagles would host the Commanders. And then you'd have that 4 or 5 game between the Falcons and the Vikings. But we are imagining that the Bucs will slide in there and then host the Vikings. So some interesting games here. What do you think about Baker and the boys giving the Lions a run? I mean, obviously they beat them the first week of the season, almost beat them last year in the playoffs. Is that a team potentially that could sneak into that mix?
Yeah. No, I do think so. I believe in Baker, absolutely, but they're gonna have to pull something out of their ass.
Yeah.
Again, like their defense is gonna have to show up.
Right.
You know? I forget who's that linebacker, Whitehead?
Is it Devin White or no? On the Bucs?
Yeah.
Or is it Levante David?
No, definitely. I thought it's like Whitehead or something. I thought is no.
No, Lucky Whitehead. Was the
Not
guy that
Lucky
used to run the
Whitehead.
Jets and.
We'll find out right now, dude. Calm down. Is it just White?
Levante David.
I don't want that.
I think it's
maybe I
Levante
lost it,
David.
dude. Maybe it is.
Yeah, because he's been there forever.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. This is a I think a tight race in terms of like from the past the Lions, everything is kind of jumbled. 2 through 7, and it doesn't seem like the South will get 2 teams in, but you never know. And Kev was talking us, texting us before about our picks. I guess the service is a question,
The
but
basement.
obviously we have the first pick, so they can give they have as much time as they'd like to submit these picks. But we'll start on our end in terms of what we're thinking here. So just looking at this, and I don't know if you've kind of went up and down before. I mean, we've been big on Baker and the Bucs. At home against the Raiders, I mean, seems like they could win by a touchdown, no? Half circle?
Yeah, I think half circle. Potential full circle right now.
I mean, I'm fine with the full circle if you want to just go for it.
Yeah, let's lock it in, dude. Why not?
And then
Raiders
what
or
about
Bucks?
the Bills at the Rams 3.5? I mean, I know the Bills have been on the run. The Rams need to win, but I feel like we keep waiting for the Rams to win that big game, and they haven't.
No, I totally agree, and I'm hating the Rams this season. So
you're basically saying we're locking it in.
like lock in Bills at Rams.
So Bucks minus 6.5, Bills minus 3.5, and there's one more selection here.
Do you want to try and get cute and get a dog?
Or is just the Saints over the Giants? Giants are so bad.
You think Saints are really that great though?
Better than the Giants. Oh. Otherwise, Miami over the Jets.
That's a good call. Dolphins need to bounce back.
Because
and
really,
win
there's
here.
not. I mean,
And I hate these matchups. Jags with freaking what's his name? Mac Jones, right?
yeah.
No, thank you. Not touching that,
49ers
dude.
bouncing back, but they just keep disappointing.
You think the Vikings are gonna? No way, Cousins and the Falcons in the big game show up.
You would think, but they've lost so many games in a row. Kirk's kind of fighting for a starting job, it feels like, in the future with the Falcons. So that's why I'm just a little nervous about that one.
We could do Steelers. No, Steelers are minus 6.5. Wow, interesting. Okay. Cards, Seahawks. That's going to be a big game, dude.
But it's like big game, but then it's like
Who's going to win?
yeah.
Seahawks.
Seahawks, I
they're gonna
guess,
win
4-1
streak.
on the road.
Yeah, then they've won 3 in a row here.
Cardinals
Cards
have lost 2 in a row.
Suck, dude.
Off the bye, which is odd.
And the Seahawks are getting plus 2.5.
I know. I just don't feel. I would rather take the Dolphins or the Saints.
All right, dude. Wow, dude, got to go against either New
Or
York
the
team
Eagles
here.
minus 13.
Really? Against the Panthers? I hate the big...
But a lead, who's getting the ball? Oh, wait, it's Saquon. Are the Panthers really going to stop him? A.J. Brown. You could hear Burkhardt saying it.
No, literally, dude. All right. So, I mean, then we're picking the favorite, right, of either Dolphins or Saints. I mean, I guess we're going Dolphins, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Jets are cooked. Unless you want to just go Saints. I mean, the Giants are terrible, too. I mean, are the Jets better than the Giants? I mean, they have one more win, but...
I guess.
But they're such a mess. Like, I think maybe just Dolphins. They're
all a mess, dude.
Eliminated, basically, with a loss here.
Eliminated.
Right.
Yeah, man. And I mean, Rodgers, I know he says he wants to play, but it's just like...
He doesn't.
is
He just
even
wants to
gonna
do
make it,
ayahuasca.
dude?
Right?
Yeah, dude, watch out. His new movie's coming out.
Yeah,
Enigma.
Oh,
Like, what a fucking, like...
dude, don't even
makes
get me started.
Throw up in my mouth. Like,
Yeah.
ugh. All right, dude. You want to do Dolphins minus 5.5?
Just sent it over. So, Kev, do whenever you're ready.
Dolphins minus 5.5, dude. A lot of, like, not good matchups, I feel. Like, not necessarily not good matchups, but just, like, the games are just,
like in terms of, like, putting, your bottom dollar on.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, it's just like pulling teeth over here, dude. I don't even know who they... Well, I guess they probably would pick Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they would go with Saints as well. We've been talking about it. And then I could see them like picking the Bears
Or
or
the
something.
Chargers. Because the Chiefs don't cover, just be jacked.
I don't know about this one though, because it's a small spread.
Small spread.
And not for nothing, dude. Chargers have not done like again they haven't
Great.
really beat a great team yet this year, even though they are 8-4.
but are they? It's like, but everyone's questioning if the Chiefs are great.
Exactly. But I feel like that this, if there is going to be one, this could be that game that the Chiefs have where it's like 35-12 or something.
I don't think they're gonna blow them out 35-12. No way, dude. No way.
Oh no! No way!
That 10, dude?
No way,
No,
dude!
no,
No,
dude,
no.
But come on.
Let's fucking go, dude.
do a week 14 NFL frenzy.
Let's go, baby. Week 14. Check your fantasy teams, baby. Last regular season week.
Playoffs next week, baby.
Absolutely crazy. Can't believe that went by. That's crazy, dude. All right. Let's pipe down here. Let's start here. Sunday, December 8th. There's nothing crazy here. Another Thanksgiving weekend. Had you nuts with football every day. But it's Sunday, 1 p.m. normal time here. Nissan Stadium, Tennessee. The Titans taking on the Jags, dude. In a riveting matchup here. Tennessee minus 3.5. Total set at 40.5. We have the storyline. Jacksonville dumpster fire of a year. Not one road victory here. Starting Mac Jones. Not an NFL quarterback. They're losers of, I think, 6 straight now. Titans, I mean, they're nothing great either. Losers of 3 of their last 5. Beat Houston in an upset. Got washed by Washington last week. What do you got here, dude?
Do you like this song, Return of the Mac?
Return of the Mac?
Return of the Mac.
No, dude.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm going to say the
No.
Titans. I don't think I've picked them all season.
I don't think you have
Tony.
either.
But Tony Pollard, $150 on the ground. So he'll be just short of 1,000 yards for the season with a couple to play. Ugly game, unwatchable game. I'm going to say 14-6. Titans over the Jags. Titans in the under.
Titans and the under. Let's move over to another divisional game here. We're going to Miami, Matthew. Hard Rock Stadium, the Dolphins taking on the Jets, Josh B. Miami at the minus 5.5. Total is 44.5. You know the deal. DTV's pick'em game here. So we know where Brian is going with it, but how are we getting there, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, it's nice and cute. Rodgers, will have a couple touchdowns first half. Maybe the Jets are up 14-10. Shutout second half. Dolphins 3 touchdowns second half. 31-14. Dolphins over the Jets. Dolphins and the over. The Jets continue to climb up the draft position rankings.
Yes, Brian, that is what you want. That's what all of Jets fandom wants. Let's go now. Next game here. We're going to Minnesota. They're taking on Atlanta in a fight for Atlanta's life here at the U.S. Bank Stadium. The Vikings, minus 5.5 again here. The total is also 45.5. Not to be confused with 44.5. The Vikings here, I think proving a lot of teams, a lot of people wrong with the 10-2 record, killing it, dude. Big OT wins. The Falcons here, losers of 3 in a row, and they're trying to stay alive amidst the NFC South. What do you think's happening here, dude?
So this is a game, and I should have pulled it up, the announcers, but for some reason, this feels like a Kenny Albert game for some reason. And this is this scene that I'm imagining here. Just kind of almost like the Jets type first half, but that rolls over in the second half. And I think what we find ourselves at is the Vikings maybe they go for 2, a minute left. Let's say they're up 29-28. And, Falcons get the ball back. Koo lining up for a 51-yard field goal. Albert with the call. It's blocked! It's blocked! And the Vikings win this game by 1. So Falcons with the points and the over. Let's fucking go.
Absolutely love that there. Go Vikings, dude. Next game here. This matchup, Brian, smells just as bad as the city it's taking place in, East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Giants taking on the Saints. Giants 2-10. Saints 4-8 here. Giants, by the way, winless at home, 0-6, which is why New Orleans with the Riz, dude. -4. Total is 40.5 here. Giants, they're losers of 5 in a row here at least. Saints have lost 3 of the last 5. Back-to-back wins. They've capped it, though. Cleveland, Atlanta. I don't know, dude. The Saints winning this one, I guess, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
dude, it doesn't really matter.
I'm going to say 170 yards. Kamara gets his first 1,000-yard season. The Riz riled. John Mara crying after the game as the Saints embarrass the Giants at home. I'm going to say 37-10. So the Saints in the over.
A lowly score. One lowly score to the next one here as we go to Lincoln Financial. Not too far from East Rutherford. It is the Eagles taking on the lowly Panthers. They are 3-9. Eagles are 10-2. You do the math here. Spread, Carolina. They are plus 13, so watch out. Total is 40.5. On the money line, Brian. Philadelphia -800. Panthers plus 500,
Kitchen
Brian.
sink. Whatever you want.
Come on.
You know what? I feel bad for the TCA. I know they're trying to come back with the picks. Good morning, Renee. I will guarantee the Eagles cover this spread. This is an absolute bloodbath. Saquon Barkley might have 200 yards rushing in this game. If he plays the whole thing, I think the Eagles blow the doors down here. 49-13. Eagles in the over.
Let's go back now to a nice divisional matchup. AFC North. Don't know if you've caught the midseason Hard Knocks, but it is on the AFC North. Let's go. It's Browns at Steelers. Okay, 1 p.m. CBS. Steelers 9-3. Browns 3-9. Another math equation for you. Pittsburgh -6.5. The total is 43.5. Obviously, Browns, yes, beat them before. Winston, God, funny, whatever. But the Steelers, Cleveland's been their only loss in the last 5 games. The big win against Cincinnati, the scoring, Russ, Mike. What do you got, dude?
Yeah, so I look at this. Like you say, divisional game, obviously, too. Steelers looking for revenge. Michael Butker fired up. And when you look at the records, you look at the teams that played, you would say Steelers would handily, but divisional game, tight game. And what I think we have ourselves here is Steelers, are going to be up. I'm going to say 20-17. Browns driving, 4th quarter, maybe 40 seconds left. Jameis Winston, interception.
Yes.
3rd of the game, game over. Steelers win, but don't cover. And the total goes under. Steelers 10-3, first place AFC North.
Let's go, dude. The Steel Curtain, baby. Let's go down next game. Still 1 p.m. here. We're going to Tampa Bay, baby.
The Run.
As the Bucks are taking on the Raiders. Buccaneers here, trying to help the Raiders skid their way to their 9th loss in a row. Tampa -6.5. Total is 46.5. The Raiders are in shambles. Bucks have a chance to win the division and make a splash
The Run.
in the playoffs. Brian, what do you got, dude?
The Run.
So this is a historic matchup. If you guys remember, they called this once the Gruden Bowl. And I remember watching this Super Bowl, 21 going on 22 years ago, Tony. And you know what's ironic? I was going to a neighbor's Super Bowl party down the street, had baseball camp before at Shoe in the Pitt Center.
There we go.
It's snowing. We get to the game. It's not even close. Everybody's talking about Barrett Robbins going missing, the All-Pro center for the Raiders. You have John Gruden coaching the Bucs in his first year. Bill Callahan on the other side. Really a legendary matchup. Brad Johnson, Rich Gannon. This is like, for me with football, almost as far back as I go. But the score that day, 48-21. The score for this game, 48-21. Baker Mayfield, 360, 3 touchdowns, 2 to Mike Evans, looking to continue that 1,000-yard streak. Mike Evans, 190 on 12 catches.
Wow.
Bucks and the over.
What a call. What a prediction, dude.
Chris Berman would have had that type of prediction.
Absolutely, dude. The tie-in, dude. The parallels, dude. Next up, we have a huge matchup action, potentially one of the most important games this weekend for the 2 participating teams. An NFC West matchup, the Seattle Seahawks take on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. Seahawks here, a 3-game win streak, a team once counted out, honestly, dropping through the rankings, battled their way back, bounced back, and it's the Cards who are working off back-to-back losses, one of which 2 weeks ago against Seattle. It was a 16-6 loss, Brian. Right now, Seattle plus 2.5, over-under is at 44.5. Do you foresee a similar outcome that the Cardinals had 2 weeks ago?
I don't believe in either of these teams. They've both shown their inconsistencies. Seahawks, hot start, terrible middle, now have picked it up. Cardinals, kind of the same thing, hot start, tapering, 2 losses off the bye. But I'm going to go with the home team, and I think the better team. And I don't know, like Kyler, has some question marks himself, but I think he's a better quarterback than Geno, and I like what Connor can do in the run game. I think an ugly game, a tight game, and maybe Chad Ryland at the horn from 41. Cards, 20-17 over the Seahawks, staying alive in that NFC West divisional, battle. So it's going to be the Cards in the under.
Wow, dude. Let's go to our next game here. We're in the 4 o'clock time slot now, 4:25 here. Pretty interesting matchup. Honestly, I think it's going to be an absolute landslide victory, but we'll see here as the Rams at SoFi Stadium taking on the Buffalo Bills here. Bills minus 3.5, total is 49.5, Brian. I mean, you want to look at the standings here and where the Rams are at, 6-6 in the NFC West as well. Kind of crazy jumbling of teams. With the matchup, Seahawks, Cardinals, who knows what could happen, but Rams want to be on the winning side of this game. What are the chances here, Brian?
I'm going to say this is a shootout. The over, Tony, the over. Take the over. And I think it's honestly tight, but things at times this year have really not went the Rams' way. Feels like they should be better than 6-6.
Correct.
And better than 6-7, which is what their record will be after this game.
Ooh.
I am going to say the Bills win this 37-34. Tyler Bass, 54 yards out for the win at the horn. Bills in the over.
Nice, great call there. Let's go Bills, dude. Next game here. We'll go to San Francisco 49ers, also 4:25 time slot, taking on the Chicago Bears. A very interesting matchup. Bears 0-5 on the road. Obviously 4-8 on the year, not great. San Francisco minus 3.5. Total is 43.5. Niners themselves, though, not great either. 3-game losing streak, losing to good teams, Seattle, Green Bay, Buffalo. And you're talking about that NFC West division. They're at the bottom 5-7. But again, if they go on a run, rely on a few losses, they could find themselves even in the lead here. Who knows? But Niners, Bills, what do you take on this one, dude?
So
Bears,
I think,
rather.
I'm glad you corrected yourself there because I was going to feel bad. Ford Field,
dude.
But I think it's one of those things. Listen, the Niners haven't played great, but as Zoggy would say, they're better than the Bears, all right? So just because of that, honestly, I mean, the Bears, the interim coach, understand Caleb's looking better. but the Niners are playing for their season, and I know McCaffrey's out for the season. Jordan Mason looks like he's out for the season. Ayuk is out for the season. Doesn't matter, though. I think they grind this out, whether it's George Kittle, Tony, doing the damage, Debo potentially getting more snaps at running back. I think the 49ers win this game. I'm going to say 24-17.
Wow.
The Niners and the under.
Much needed win there for the Niners. Speaking of much needed wins, let's go to our primetime NBC Peacock 8:20 p.m. Collinsworth game. The Chiefs at Arrowhead taking on the Chargers. Chiefs 11-1. We know the deal. Worst undefeated team at the time. Whatever. Close games. Never cover the spread. Regardless here, they're -4 on the spread. Total is 42.5. Last 6 times these two teams have faced each other, the Chiefs have won all 6, Brian. I know you are heavy on the Harbaugh here, and the Chargers, Justin Herbert, the Chiefs, people are taking them. The word is spreading. What do you got, dude?
Chiefs onto their 3rd kicker of the season. You know, Butker has been their kicker for a while. IR, you go to Schrader, IR. Now we're on to Matthew Wright, who has done a pretty good job. And I don't think he's going to go wide right at the end. I think he knocks it right through the center. I think this is, again, the Chiefs, the late drive, scrambling, Tony, bugging, sitting on the couch, all of that stuff. But the Chiefs get it done. Same fashion. We continue to see 24-21. Matthew Wright at the horn. I'm going to say from 39 yards out. Chiefs don't cover, but they win. And it goes on the over. And just like that, that is your Week 14 NFL Frenzy.
God damn, I can listen to that all day, dude.
Yeah. Unreal, honestly.
Unreal, dude, is right.
You couple this with the games in college we have tomorrow. I mean, it is a jacked.
Take it easy.
No, you were getting a little jacked. The
The
Boise
storylines, the blue turf.
I really would love to see Boise like run to the championship game, because actually I think they get a top 4 seed because they're if they win this
right,
conference,
and that'd be their
championship.
first time, right?
Yeah,
going?
Yeah, going, because
Yeah.
no one, I'm trying to think who's even been in the playoff, but yeah, I mean, no school that in a conference like that has made the playoff. I can tell you that much, Tony. So, I know you're not jacked, but would you favor seeing a result like that, or them winning the whole thing, which would, it's not going to happen. I know I'm just getting crazy, but you like to see that sense of the dog, the tight dog.
Yeah, of course, dude. The tight dog, absolutely.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So let's go.
Game of the week.
I was just gonna ask you that. All right, so let's go, dude. NFL Week 14 game of the week, man. And obviously Packers Lions already happened. That probably would have been it, to be honest. Game of the week. It's so tough, dude. Obviously rooting for the Bucs. Not gonna go to the Bucs because it's so obvious they're gonna win that game. I'm gonna say here the game of the week. I'm gonna go Steelers-Browns in Pittsburgh.
Tight
Why
matchup
not?
last time.
Divisional type matchup. The snow, the revenge from the Steelers are on the roll. I want to see the Steelers just absolutely hound the Browns. I think it'll be a good game, a close game certainly. Maybe pull away spot Steelers 4th quarter, but nonetheless, it's gonna be a great game. And I'm rooting for the Steelers' success. How about you, Brian?
Give me the score there.
If I had to give you a score, I would say I would go with the 4th quarter pull away. Let's go I don't know, maybe 34-21.
Okay, so another big offensive game.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're kind of counting on Russ. We saw the offense kind of going last time out.
Yeah.
We're going to see that same version, the deep ball, Pickens,
Absolutely.
getting Freiermuth involved, Warren out of the backfield.
Yeah, and maybe even because Russ is doing so well, offense humming, you even see Justin Fields get worked in a little bit as well.
Yeah. I mean, do you like the way that they're doing it? Would you change any way how they it's just a random upfields, one play, usually the run? I mean, do you want to see him pass more? Do you want to see him in the game more?
I would see him in the game more.
In the game
I don't
more.
even care if he's set up as a slot receiver or something,
Yeah.
dude. Just something.
The trickery.
Yeah, dude.
Arthur Smith, we recently turned down that UNC football job,
Yeah.
and then you see Belichick's interviewing for it.
Let's
But
go.
I think I don't think he's going to do it. He just probably was, I'm bored. I got a 27-year-old girlfriend. I guess we're talking engagement. Isn't that just so ridiculous?
Dude, how much money you think she's thinking about, like, when she thinks of, like, engagement?
But
Like, she's
that's
thinking about
why
the money,
I
right?
just
like,
don't get. I mean, I guess it's just people are just like,
I
I don't care how much this is going to cost me. I mean, I'll be dead. And she'll be having my money. I don't care.
That's true, I guess. He was married before, right?
Yeah,
like a long time marriage.
The divorce, second leash on life.
Oh my God, yeah, I guess so. It was so funny hearing Rick talk about that.
With Belichick?
Yeah, he's like, oh wow, like Belichick's gonna coach in college. What is his girlfriend gonna be a junior?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God, dude, Belichick on the prowl at the quad. You know,
that's so funny. And we have a couple comments here. Josh B saying that was great, Barnes. The crying emojis about the return of the Mac, and then Michael jacked and continuing the McDavid conversation.
Stop.
Goats. If the Rangers lose tonight and Sid the Kid goes off, it's a sign from the hockey gods to go all in on McDavid.
I swear to you, dude, I think like Michael's Buffer, dude. He's Buffer. Absolutely Buffer the whole time.
It is interesting though that topic always just strikes such a nerve for you though.
Well, it's just like it shouldn't really be gaining much traction, I think. That's my opinion, dude. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not worth.
No, and
it's not gonna
I will
happen,
admit, because I know like we've gone back and forth so many times. I will admit, like just like you just look at the logistics of it. They finally make the cup last year, Game 7. They're not dying to get rid of him, but it doesn't mean that 3, 4, 5 years down the line that won't happen. But obviously, the time to get him would be now. He's in his 20s, not when he's older, like we've done in the past with other guys.
I mean, it's Boise State, is what it is, dude. Winning the championship.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna happen, Brian.
But you're not even thinking 5 years from now. If like the organization in terms of the Oilers is in shambles, you couldn't even see it then. If they're at like I'm talking like next 5 years they make the playoffs one time, and then 2 other times they're in the bottom 5 of the league record wise.
Maybe.
All right. I mean, that's progress, Michael, right? Kim Duke saying, let's go. We want the smoke. And just to give everybody else
what do they got?
an idea of what they took. So he made fun of me. I had a typo. I said the Bulls -3.5. And he goes, who are the Bulls? Wrong sport. Obviously, that was the Bills.
Classic. Got him.
But they go with Tennessee -3, Vikings -5.5, and the Seahawks +2.5. And then as a joke, he says Celtics -7.5, LMAO. So that's a good one. That's a return of the Mac-esque, I would say, right?
Yeah, I would say so. So would you say they have Vikings?
Vikings, Titans, and Seahawks.
I think the Titans.
No, the Titans will win that game. The Jags, I mean, it's
Yeah,
over.
no, they're bad.
It's
They're
over
bad.
for
They're
Peterson. And is it over the TCA? 18-20-1, DTV 24-15, coming off our first losing week in what feels like 3 months, Tony. Tough week this week, but I think we pull it out.
Yeah, I think so too, dude. Obviously, you want to be careful here because you never know. Up. But yeah, dude, we'll stay on the course. Dude.
I have to tell you, I mean, I know we're surprised all the time in sports, but I just don't see how. The Bucks, with the playoffs on the line, trying to get to the division, especially if the Falcons lose.
Oh, yeah,
dude. Then they're going to start being in the driver's seat. And all these
Jacked
games are
up.
important because the Falcons have the tiebreaker. So that's why, like, the Bucks really need, like, I know we joke about it, but the run.
They need,
because
exactly,
it's like if it's tied, they lose the division.
It's over.
And then they might not get the wild card.
They probably
This way.
won't, dude. Right?
Yeah, probably not.
Because you would imagine Vikings, Commanders, Packers. Yeah,
that's what it is. And then you know the Bills. The Rams winning a big. I don't see it, and I know like the Bills, the cold weather. But how about Josh Allen in a dome? I mean, it feels like he could throw for 400 yards.
I feel so bad for the Rams this year. Like,
I know.
Oh man, like what a fault for McVay, for Stafford.
But
like,
is it as simple as like they just need to like load up on defense? Like, is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah, dude.
Because
I mean,
Williams is great,
Right.
Kupp is great, Nakua is great. Maybe they need another tight end, and then Stafford, I think, still has it. Maybe more offensive line, I guess.
Maybe so. I mean, the injuries early on really flubbed them. I guess maybe that just really took them off kilter for a while. Out with your 2 top receivers, not there. And then like you said, defense isn't great. So I mean, I guess we'll see what they do. Because like you said, the talent's there, the coaching is certainly there too. So it's like, why? Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, no, 100%.
100%.
100%, 1,000,000%, but excited for Week 14. But let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner!
That's the middle. Great. That's a world-class hit right here.
Epping, rink wide, and made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So obviously the big game tonight, the Rangers, the Penguins. A bunch of games last night. We're not going to spend too much time on those, but just kind of running it down. Jets do get that win over the Sabres, but it is in overtime. But if we had parlayed it, Ernie, the pack too.
Hammer it.
But we talked parlays. That would have been great.
That would have been amazing.
So they win 3-2 there. Canadiens shut out the Predators. And I almost think I said 3-0.
You may have been. You definitely said Mountain View shutout. Did you not, dude? Liney with another goal. Patrick Liney heating up right now. It's great.
The Senators winning was a surprise, 2-1 there.
It was.
But I mean, it was a close game nevertheless.
One guy, 2 goals.
The Lightning 8-1 over the Sharks.
Wild.
That one, didn't surprise me.
Sharks.
The Sharks are the Sharks, but I think they've been better than they have in past years anyway.
They were struck by lightning.
The Panthers were trailing at one point against the Flyers, but they went
Going into the third, yep.
7-5. That's kind of crazy. So the Panthers moved to 16-9-2. The Flyers hanging in there at 12-11-3. And then, continuing down the list here, the Hurricanes 5-3 over the Avalanche. We both saw that one coming. You look at that game, Shvetskinov had his 9th, Nikas his 14th, Roslovic is 13th. Every time you see a Roslovic goal, does that piss you off or no? I mean, I know you're saying, the way using this and that, but come on, this is like he's playing like an all-star, Tony.
Yeah, no, it does.
Because I thought he sucked, honestly. I thought he was like...
I think you think that he sucked, but he didn't really suck, though. Like, he never really sucked.
But he never was like this either, though. You have to admit that. Oh, Kochkinov was back, too, so that's big for them. They've been going 3rd and 4th string tenders.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Or
again,
Kochetkov.
19 games. He had 8 points over those 19 games so far. With 26 games in Carolina, he has 16 points. So
It's just the 13 goals is what stands out to
13
me.
goals. Yeah, no, I mean, he's a goal scorer. But hey, dude.
But his history would say he's not. He's had one 20-goal season leading up to this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it seems like he was never really on a great team to begin with, I suppose.
Winnipeg, probably they weren't good
Back
at that
then,
point.
not
Columbus
good. Columbus
hasn't been
never
good.
good.
Obviously, the Rangers were good only part of the season.
And it's like, what has he had? 1 full season?
Well, he had 77 games, 81 games, 77 games, 71 games. I mean, those are pretty much full seasons, no?
Yeah, I suppose so. But still.
So, yeah, that's a little surprising. The Isles, I think they were down 4-0. They lose 5-2. Wasi getting hot, you think?
Makes sense. Yeah, I would say so,
9-11-7.
I mean, not good at all, dude. Not the start you want, not the offense you want to be producing. And yet again here, I mean, this game was just like done from the get-go. You're down 4-0 through 2. Not good at all, dude. Not good at all if you're an Islanders fan.
Yeah, Corey.
Lonnie.
Bad. Lonnie, yeah, as well. Sorokin pulled.
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Blues over the Flames 4-3. This in overtime. It feels like that one we said that score too.
4-3. Sounds about right.
Yeah,
I don't know about
in
OT. Maybe you said OT.
yeah,
I don't know if I did.
Possibly. And then the Oilers, I thought maybe I said 7-2. They went 6-3. I mean, not really much of a surprise there.
Yeah, McDavid not 1 goal though.
Interesting.
6 goals for the team. Not one of them coming from him, dude. He
Did
had 4 assists though.
He has been kind of the assist
man,
guy.
the setup guy. Hey man, yeah, dude. Draisaitl had 2.
Because
Hyman had 2.
Breadman means scoring, right?
Like for Panarin.
So that's just, could you just explain that to me for a second? Like, how did that come to, or do you even know? Like, how,
It's Artemi Panarin, Panera, the bread.
well, I feel embarrassed that I even had to ask that question.
No,
Or is
it's
it
okay,
not everybody would, or you think, honestly, percentage of people from the get-go would be like, great bread, the bread, right? Know about the bread, honestly.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like people would kind of deduce like, oh, Panarin.
Okay, but the fact that it didn't cross my mind once.
I mean, it just shows that like fuck Panera, dude. Panera sucks, dude. Like
Panarin or Panera?
No, Panera. Like I don't like Panera, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree because it's just one of those things because we are exactly the same way. Like maybe it's passable, but we just
Right.
at the end of the day, especially with food, like it's like we don't want to settle for less.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't want you to like defrost my soup like in a bag, you know, like.
No, but it's really good, dude.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like homemade.
and it's
dude.
like, dude, it's a healthy option. No, it's not. My ass.
What are your thoughts? You know, obviously we'll be there in person post chug with Babs. The Rangers minus 185 seems a little heavy, or is it just kind of like what I was saying about how due to win, Penguins are due to lose, have won 4 in a row, including that overtime win against Florida last time out. Rangers have lost 4 out of 5. Everything okay?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're probably just messing around. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't worry about it.
I don't know. Renee scares me sometimes.
I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, I mean the 185 does seem kind of rich, dude.
Yeah,
like,
Rangers 6-0 last time out, long time ago.
that was game 1 of the season.
It was
dude.
literally
These are-
almost 2 months ago.
Like the Rangers are a completely different team right now, dude. Like their captain's not starting. Like who knows what else is happening right now?
But the
And
captain not starting, that is a great thing. You don't say that often. It's a great thing.
it kind of is crazy sitting here. But yeah, I mean, there's, if I'm a bipartisan bettor here, minus 185 in the Rangers is no value.
No, it isn't. It feels like it's like, what are you doing?
Like what are like actually the Penguins plus 155? Like even though I wouldn't take it anyway.
No, but I think it's just one of those things. It's like and it's not even me just saying it. Michael, how are you? McDavid,
Thank you, dude. Oh,
Tony, denial, striking a nerve.
It's not striking
I feel
a
like you were so
nerve,
pumped to
dude.
see the tweet about the chug off.
Oh yeah.
How funny is that bad
crazy
shit?
is that, dude? In the bar, literally next door to Jack Dempsey's where
So
we're
you guys
going.
are gonna film it?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
If Patrick will do it, yeah.
No, I'm saying obviously it's just a quick
Yeah, it's
like
just a
thing.
quick-
Like
yeah.
Tony can just film it. Like,
Exactly.
and I know there's no way that I'm losing that.
No.
Like, it's not-
I'm not losing. The Sicilian.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, is that happening? Is that happening at Gaming Corner?
You texted me, I think we were going to do it sometime soon, you said, right?
24-hour stream.
Yeah, yeah.
24-hour
24-hour stream to raise money for a PS5.
Oh,
Or
okay.
Xbox One series, whatever.
Dope,
Whatever that
dope.
tower's called. The tower's pretty sick,
It looks
dude.
nice. It looks good in here.
Dude, but Wednesday's gonna be dope.
I'm so.
Yeah,
out.
it's been so long.
Oh my God, it is going to be dope, dude.
Yeah,
The food.
yeah, the camaraderie.
Joey has no idea what he's getting into.
Yeah, he is hyped, though. He's last week.
Oh,
yeah.
you told him about it and he was jacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Can't wait.
I'm pumped.
Yeah,
yeah.
me too, dude.
McDavid.
So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
What would you say though, in all seriousness, confidence level, victory tonight over the Penguins?
Oh, dude. I mean, it's because I'm there that it's going to be 100%, dude. Like, it's because we're there. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I do feel, yeah, dude. Like,
they've been playing tarot. Like, it's
literally,
like
something
is
has to
changing.
happen,
Something
dude.
is
Yes,
changing.
exactly, dude. I think the fact that we will be there. I mean, not for nothing. Like, what did they lose 6-3 or something against Winnipeg when we
Yeah,
were
no,
there?
6-3, yeah.
And it's like those last few goals were tough, dude. You gave it that one really early too, first few minutes.
Yeah, there's no that's
Not happening,
That's
dude.
not happening. Absolutely not.
And it's, it is tough because you look at the Penguins here and they're on a 4-game win streak. Rangers have lost 4 of their last 5. Obviously, a team that seems like they are in some type of rut here. Josh B said it, get out of it here, the funk. And it's just the way the things that set up here that Crosby is doing well. The last time the Rangers played game 1 of the season, Penguins get shut out, it doesn't really look good. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Rangers can pull it off. Obviously, they have the talent on the roster. I would say, if they need to shut somebody down, it would be Rickard Rakell. He's got 10 goals in the season, but right now he has a point in all of their last 4 wins. He's been contributing to every single win of their 4-game win streak, and I think he's one of the only forwards that is on the positive side of their plus or minus stat. Everyone else, like Malkin, Crosby, even though they have a lot of points, they're minus 12, minus 11 on the plus or minus. So it's like when
we're
they're
better.
Exactly.
We're better than this team.
Like when their stars are out there scoring, they're also giving up goals. So if you stop Rakell, if Shesterkin plays well, you just got to just play some type of defense. You guys should be outscoring them. I mean, we have a better goaltender. We have better scoreability, I would say, too, all around. So, let's freaking go, dude. Honestly.
One situation I'm confused about. So there's this guy that I followed on Twitter a while ago, because I used to be big with the TV shows regarding the stocks and stuff. So this is just one of those analysts that's on there.
Okay.
And he's saying clearly the Trouba situation is awful for all involved, but one has to wonder what the impact will be to pending free agents considering coming to New York. What? I don't understand that. Like, 'cause I feel like he's trying to allude to that the Rangers are handling it well. And it's like, well, they wanted to trade him.
Yeah.
Like, he sucked. Like, what am I missing here?
Yeah, it's a great question, dude. So I just got this weird, U.S. Customs in my ass. Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting because I mean, it's not like I mean, his contract stinks to high heavens. The fact that he's coming from a Rangers organization right now that doesn't look like they has good leadership, and he's supposed to be the captain. Like, I mean, that's not great by any means. I mean, it's just like who's gonna want him? Like, yes, you can say he's on the trading block. You can say he's off the roster for management of the roster. He's not in the starting lineup. But it's just like, in order to make him probably look enticing, you're gonna have to retain some of his contract, probably more than half.
But that's okay.
No, that's what I mean. Like, this is probably that's what I'm assuming this guy is alluding to. That no matter what happens with Trouba, it's not going to be good for either side because like Rangers are just going to be dying to get rid of him. Probably going to have to pay him too much to not play for them.
Is it one more year after this year? He's under contract.
I think so.
Okay.
Let's double check because I think that was the whole thing in the offseason, right?
I don't know. My computer seems like it's lagging a little bit. I don't know how yours.
I mean,
And by the way, the other picture of Legends almost seemed like there was a balcony that you just had up. I don't know if I
have to double check it.
Looked at it wrong.
I mean, it's possible. You got that. I think you may need glasses. I don't know. Yeah, he's got one more year after this one.
At 8.5?
At 8.
At 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but I thought he was saying it as like people aren't going to want to sign here because of the way they're treating him. But no way. Right?
No.
And if he was saying that, it's like, what
are you talking about? Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, am I missing something too? And I know I tend to, with my teams, try to stay away from, like, the big, like, negativity. But is it any more than the way I see it? Like, right now is a terrible stretch. But at the same time, it doesn't make it like the Rangers are a complete disaster and nobody wants to go there. We're doomed. Like, I feel like we're far from that. It's just like, we need to identify who we're keeping, mix some things up, and then we should be good from there, I would imagine, right? I mean...
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I mean, it's not...
Like, I don't think it's
we're
more
not
layered.
far off. No, it's not more layered. The locker room woes are always a trouble, but we've seen teams like the Eagles, for example, get one player, and then all of a sudden things seem resolved here. So that's pretty good, We've seen the Mets come out of locker room troubles recently as well. So it's possible, just a new change of scenery, one couple new guys, whatever, you're back on track. Because, again, most of the talent is there. The coaching, we think, is there. The goaltending is there. Like the roster, for the most part, is there. You have youthful talent. You have some veterans mixed in. You have guys you're relying on, who are developing still. Like, again, it's not the end of the world. The Rangers can still pick this up and kind of get back on track to where they were, the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, dude,
Yeah. No, 100%. So, going to be fascinating. So excited for tonight. But let's do, Tony, a Friday night Frozen Frenzy.
There we go, baby. Big old Friday around the National Hockey League. To be honest, haven't even looked at the big slate, if it is.
I think it's like
for
moderate,
a Friday.
right?
Sizable slate. We got 6 games going on. Nice little 6-pack. Get you started pre-game for Friday night, baby. Let's start off 7 p.m. here, Toronto. The Maple Leafs taking on the Capitals. I don't know if you saw Ovechkin skating since breaking his
17
fibula,
days.
dude. Which is crazy. Aaron Rodgers
I mean,
must
they
be
don't
rolling over in his bed,
They don't
dude.
make him like that.
They really
But
don't,
that's
dude.
Hockey, though. That is hockey.
And that's him breaking one of the hardest records to break in all of sports, probably.
After breaking
the
leg.
fibula, dude.
Or, same thing.
Toronto here, minus 145 at home, over under 6.5. Obviously, Ovechkin's still out, but Caps still killing it. Winners of 4 of the last 5. Just lost to San Jose, overtime. But you can see that's a little reset for them. Maple Leafs, winners of 3 in a row, 4 of the last 5. Stolarz doing pretty well. The scoring, Nylander, Marner. What do you got?
Go, Capitals, go! It just seems like that's what we're trending with. You know what I mean? And we know Toronto has had a good year, but it feels like the Capitals are the better team, and as well as the fact, Tony, that the Maple Leafs, a lot of times you count on them. This isn't a big money line at minus 145, but sometimes it is. They lose. So that's my mindset here. So I'm going to say Capitals win this. I'm going to say 4-3. So the Capitals and the over, little value for earn it at plus 125.
Plus 125. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm going to go Maple Leafs with this one. I just think this is the part of the season that the Toronto Maple Leafs have every year where they go on a little stretch run here of playing really good, top-notch, prime, grade A hockey, and then inevitably just fizzed out end of the year, first round of the playoffs, if that exit. And the Caps, missing Ovi here. I don't know. I just don't think they have it. Like I said, Maple Leafs will be a tight one maybe, but at the end of the day, Maple Leafs 4, Capitals 2. Next game, still 7 p.m. We're going local now. Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey. Devils taking on the Seattle Kraken here, Brian, which is pretty interesting. Devils here are minus 250. And the over-under is 6.5 here. Devils 17-9-2 on the year. Kraken 13-13-1. Both teams middling in their last 5. Devils seeming to win every other their last game against the Rangers 5-1. Emphatic. You would think Kraken stand no chance, but wait, they are on back-to-back wins against Carolina, against the Islanders as well. But the Kraken have something brewing over there.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to say 5-0 Devils. Nah, I know. I do. That is my prediction here. So we'll say Devils in the under. I get it. Those are nice wins for the Kraken. But it's one of those things, a rival team, we don't like to kind of say these type of things. But from what I've seen this year, Tony, I mean, the Devils are a pretty good team. So at home against the Kraken, they're not losing this game. So Devils in the under.
Matthew Ryan right now, ecstatic, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I would, echo that sentiment, I think, Brian. Devils are a good team. Minus 250 for a reason. Chalk. Seattle, 2-game win streak over. Devils win this one. I'll say 3-1. Brott, Heischer, and I guess Mercer maybe the goal scorers of the Devils. Why not? Next game here, 7:30 p.m. The best game, biggest game, the best game, if I didn't say that already, for the NHL tonight, dude. The Rangers, MSG, baby, New York, taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sid the Kid looking pretty old recently, Rangers here, we mentioned it, minus 185 on the money line. The over-under is 6.5. Rangers, shambles, losers of 4 of the last 5. No captain. Trouba, trading block. Who's playing? Who's staying? Who's going? The Pittsburgh Penguins are coming, Brian. 3-game win streak. What do you got, dude?
I think we see a game from the Rangers that we haven't seen in quite some time. First, they will take the lead to start the game so many times. First minute, second minute, third minute, giving up goals, giving up 2 goals, being down 2-0 after 1, 3-0 after 2, 4-0 into the third quarter, stuff like that. Third period, my bad. This one, I think they go up 2-0 in the first period. I think Panarin and Kreider maybe feeling lifted from Trouba. Looks like being off the team. I think the guys, grouped together. Laviolette gets them fired up. So I think they get 2 goals in the first, a goal in the second, and then 2 in the third. And I think they do a good job defensively. Crosby, Malkin showing their age. And I think they end up winning this game 5-2. Rangers and the over. Can't wait to hear.
Dude, me too, bro. Obviously, echoing the Rangers win here. I got a feeling, though, we're going to be in for an absolute dogfight, Brian. I think Rangers do come out, maybe first 7 minutes. We're going to get a score netted by Alexis Lafreniere. Just a nice, sustainable offense, whatever. And I think shortly thereafter, maybe right before the horn of the first period ends, you're going to see Evgeny Malkin take matters into his own hands, maybe in front of the net, maybe drives, shoots, scores, makes it 1-1. Second period, Penguins follow that up early on. Crosby puts them up 2-1, but wait, okay? It's Mika Zibanejad late, maybe mid-second period here, breakaway, little forehand, backhand over the glove, okay? Makes it 2-2. Third period here. I guess I'll give it to Kreider maybe. A third period goal here, down, maybe even a power play goal, dude. in nitty-gritty, in front of the net, deflection goal, solid. Raquel, though, after a tremendous penalty kill, I think, from the Penguins, their PK has been great this season. A breakout pass, Raquel out of the box, all alone, puts one past Igor. It's 3-3, but I'm telling you right now, dude, it is the bread man, Brian. 45 seconds into overtime, okay? Dangles, shoots, scores, 5-hole. Rangers win 4-3. It's Rangers and the over, Brian.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Next game, we're moving over to late night now. Where is Babchick? It's the Canucks of Vancouver taking on Columbus.
Look at Babs over there.
He's going to be watching the Blue Jackets taking on the Canucks. Rogers Arena, Columbus, plus 190 here on the money line, Brian. Over-under is 6.5. What do you got? First time these two teams meeting this season.
Canucks, better team, home, even though the record's not great. Blue Jackets, the international travel, the customs, maybe a little tired out in Vancouver, Tony. So I'm going to say the Canucks will prevail in British Columbia here. Quinn Hughes will have a goal and 2 assists. I'm going to say the Canucks win 4-2. Canucks and the under.
Love the call there. Love the call on Hughes as well. I say Hughes nets one slapper from the blue line for the only goal of this game. Lankinen for the Canucks, 3rd shutout of the season. Elvis, great game, saves maybe 32 of 33, but that one goal makes them lose. Vancouver Canucks and the under. Next game here, 10 p.m. We got a nice little matchup here. G-Knights of Las Vegas taking on the Stars in Vegas. Dallas, minus 125. The over-under, Brian, is 6.5. Both teams winners of 3 of their last 5. Sprinkling in some nice victories. Sprinkling in some tough losses as well. So these are two teams coming out of the West that could match up quite well in the playoffs late in the season. A lot of firepower, a lot of good goaltending. What is your outcome, Brian?
Yeah, I look at this game. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to go to a shootout, Tony. But I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the home team here. I'm going to say Eichel gets it done in the shootout, and the Knights win this game 4-3. Vegas and the over.
It's a tough game here. Tight matchup. First time these two teams are going to be facing each other. I think it's going to be an absolute dog battle here. I think maybe Stars also in overtime. Give me Rupee Hintz. Why not? His first game back a little while here. The OT winner. Why not? Last game here, still 10 p.m. We're going to Anaheim. The Ducks, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim, that is, taking on the Minnesota Wild. Very interesting here. The Wild at 17-4-4 are killing it. Winners of 4 in a row. Back-to-back overtime losses. Back-to-back 3-2 losses. Back-to-back overtime wins. What am I talking about here? 3-2 victories in the past 3 games here. Shut out Buffalo as well down there. They're minus 250. Anaheim could be in a little trouble. We know Trevor Zegras, who could be back today, did suffer that tough knee hit the other game. I forget against who. But what do you got here? Total set 5.5.
Yeah, I have to go with the Wild. I just think, the Ducks have been respectable this year. But the Wild are on this run here where they've won 4 games in a row. Ironically enough, all by 1 goal. I think this, though, will be more of a decisive victory here. I'm going to say Kaprizov has the hat trick.
Of course.
And the Wild will shut out the Ducks 5-0. Gustafsson, who no one's talking about, has 2 shots on the year. This will be his 3rd, and his goals against is only 204. That's going down. So the Wild is a team, sleeper team. Wouldn't be surprised if they find themselves in the Stanley Cup final. I know that sounds crazy.
Wow.
But 5-0 Wild in the under.
Matt Zuccarello.
Coming back from IR in maybe a week.
That's huge.
And then coming over to the rate. No, just kidding. They weren't good. We would get them. Honestly, that's why. They're good. They're not getting rid of them. Yeah.
All right, let's go now here. I would say... I can't bet against the Wild here tonight. Give me the Wild. Yeah. I think in the landslide, maybe, like you said, 5-0. I would say maybe 4-2, 5-1 even. Wild in the over, plenty of goals. Anaheim, sad, dudes.
And just like that, that's your Friday night edition of the Frozen Frenzy. It's interesting because I feel like a lot of people, myself included, because I think the Wild ended up missing the playoffs, kind of had a surge end of the year. We talked about how Zuccarello was injured, and I think Kaprizov was injured for a little bit. I mean, why do you think they're playing so well? What is everybody missing here?
Well, I think Kaprizov over here, another year in. Matt Boldy as well, two young players I think that are just having that another year of experience. And then of course Zuccarello, I know he's missed a lot of time, but in the 16 games he's played, he has 14 points, and that's like, I mean, I know he's been good for the while, but that's like that pace. Like, I don't think he's really had in years,
in years, yeah.
So it's great. I mean, they obviously have a lot going for them, and Gustafsson as well. Another goaltender, young-ish, I believe. Another year in the books. Just that another team, just kind of playing together, understanding each other, and being better years. 26 years old, Gustafsson, and I mean. It wasn't. I guess maybe it was a little while ago, but Minnesota had Marc-Andre Fleury, as their goaltender. I think maybe even Cam Talbot for a little bit was on Minnesota.
Yes, he was.
Right, so they've had a little bit of a revolving door for the past few years. Landed on Phil up here, and again, he's slating to develop into a very good goaltender, dude.
And I mean, Fleury as the backup's not doing too bad. 5-0. Oh, just an overtime loss, 264, 905 save. I mean, that's pretty good.
That is very good. 5 starts. Wow, good for him, dude.
Tight, it seems like.
Well, it's just like it's only 5 starts,
What about Eriksson Ek? He's out right now, but supposed to be back within the week.
Yeah, I feel like he is older. Is it Lars Eriksson Ek? Joel Eriksson Ek. I feel like he's been in the Wild for a while.
But give me help me out here because I'm not too familiar with him. Like better at their sport, Joel Eriksson Ek or Joel Damon?
I guess Eriksson Ek, dude.
Okay, yeah. He's solid because I mean I know our boy Damon, struggling to come through the ranks a little bit.
But yeah, maybe we can do a little research on Ekman Ek. What'd you say, Joel?
Yeah,
Eriksson Ek. Center, let's see what he got. 27, younger dude. Maybe I'm thinking Lars Eriksson Ek was like his brother. It doesn't really matter. Oh, wow. Week to week, 1 day ago, update is not good news for the Wild. Oh, that's not good. Lower body injury. Bill Guerin, the GM, says he is injured.
Okay.
All right, dude. Thanks.
There we go.
Great update there, baby.
I don't think we were expecting to see Eriksson Ek skating around anytime soon.
He must have been a high draft pick, huh? Let's see what we got, dude. 20th overall of the first round. So there you go, dude. 2015, Minnesota, been there. Oh my God! So he's been with the organization for 9 years already. That's pretty wild, dude. But I mean, low first rounder. I mean, seems like the past few years he's getting full seasons in there. 77 games, 78 games, 50 points, 60 points, 64 points. You'd imagine that it keeps trending upward. And for a center like him, I mean, a lefty, I would say that's a huge addition when he comes back from injury. If he does, because again, according to the GM. He's injured. Trade
Trouba for him?
Dude.
Would you?
Would I? Sure. But
why not?
They're not going to take Jacob Trouba.
No, I know. Somebody was mentioning Detroit, but the Rangers would have to retain a little bit.
Oh, yeah. The Rangers are going to have to retain.
Regardless,
dude.
Josh Beacon route say, didn't we go through a stretch like this last year? And yes, Josh, I believe that was right after the new year.
It was different.
Everyone hammered, and it was different because we had the best record in the league first half. Mm-hmm. And then that happened. But time-wise, if we snap out of it starting tonight, could be similar. And, we're hoping that the Trouba scenario gets everyone kind of fired up, maybe brings the guys together.
Absolutely, dude. And I appreciate Josh's positivity, mentioning that it's something we can pull out of, certainly. But it's just like, for me, man, I just want to see improvement, and it feels like we're just, like the past month or so, it's just been steps backwards. Even if it's 1 step forward, it's 2 steps back, And that's not an option for me this year, dude. Like it's literally cup or nothing, dude.
Right, and that's why Tkachuk needs to come to town for the trade deadline. Bites piling up?
Bites piling up, dude.
There are some good ones today, I have to say.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tight, I feel like.
No way. Not tight. No way, dude. Never tight, dude.
Were you tight about Sevy taking the deal with the A's, or good for him?
Dude, I mean,
Surprising, obviously.
Great for
67
him.
million over 3 years, I believe. And then
Yeah.
maybe there's like a vesting on a fourth that could increase it to 100, I thought I saw.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, I didn't see the 4th-year option, but I
You
mean,
would have been pissed at the Mets time to that contract, though, probably, right?
yeah, it's a lot of money
So, like,
for him.
yeah. So, like, you're like, it was nice. It was a nice year. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean,
Louis.
they wanted to keep him. Reports said they offered him
Probably
offered him a
nothing
deal.
like that. No way.
If it was for 3 years, it wasn't for 67 million.
Yeah.
45,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, if the A's want to do that, that's fine. If they want to bet on Severino, I mean, listen, I mean, good for Severino. He's obviously. If I had to bet, though, I would say it's not going to work out.
Really?
Especially because not for nothing, dude. It's like, or like, I don't know. To me, that contract, it screams that he just took it for the money, right?
Yeah.
Like, who
but-
wants to go play for Oakland while they're going to be playing in wherever they're going to be playing?
Yeah, because I think
They're not
he'll
playing in the
just-
Coliseum,
he's-
obviously.
It's going to be in Sacramento, but I think he'll just miss Vegas if he doesn't sign another contract.
Right, which is not a guarantee.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really interesting too because it's like, and then now Oakland, like, are you like, what is Oakland thinking with this contract? Like,
I heard that they're trying, and I think the payroll was like in the 30s or $40 million last year. They're trying to up it to 100 supposedly.
which is great, but I mean, I don't know. I think they're betting on a pitcher that, I mean, yes, I mean, he was an all-star last year with the Mets, but I mean,
Well, he wasn't an all-star.
you sure about that?
No, Mania was an all-star. Severino definitely wasn't an all-star. There's no way, dude.
No way, dude.
I can't see from.
Oh, it's how it gives you like
Yeah.
2-time All-Star,
And he was.
New York Yankees, New York Mets.
Was he? But was he like a substitution? I don't know why I'm like not remembering this at all.
Maybe.
I don't know. It just doesn't. Like I know. Like
I mean,
you know,
you
he
think
had-
Baseball Reference is wrong? I mean, I could.
No. I'm saying like I know he had like a solid year, but I don't know. I just didn't think of it as like an all-star year. You know what I mean? It was very good based on what we had seen in recent years, but
Kids, we Severino stats. I mean, it says he was an All-Star. So,
yeah. No. I mean, that's one. I mean, listen, you got me.
Yep. That's all right, dude. Oh fuck, what was I saying?
About
Oh
Severino.
yeah, it's not gonna work out, dude. It's just, I mean, there's no way. Injury, another year older.
But more likely injury or performance. And I know you could say both, but if you had to pick one.
Performance.
Okay, and it like this year, like, are we going back to 2 years ago, like that type of performance, or somewhere in the middle?
I'd say his ERA is like a 4.4 or 5, maybe.
Okay, maybe
4.5?
two, probably a little smaller dimensions, the minor league park, right?
Yeah, maybe, dude. I mean, he did get 31 starts last season, which I think was way more than I thought he would get. So I don't know. Maybe he gets 24 starts.
But there isn't part of you if he is healthy. You know, the A's, like I know they're going to spend some money, but there's not going to be any expectations there. Maybe there'll be good attendance because there's no seats in a minor league ballpark. But you don't think just like the lack of pressure, you know, you just can't see it. Not even one good year.
I mean, maybe. But
Yeah.
again, I just think that this deal screams, I'm taking the money. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to do the games. I'm going to start when I can start. I'm going to play when I can play. But I really don't give a shit because I'm 30 years old. I'm going to be 33 at the end of this contract, and I'm going to be $67 million richer.
And how about this, Tony? But this is the largest contract in
money.
A's history by $1 million. So that was like a purposeful thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, the A's, I guess, are trying to make some type of a statement. Hey, free agents, you can come here 3 years, Vegas, which is, I mean, it's the right move to do, dude. Like, that's what they have to do. Because, I mean, not for nothing. Like, until they're in Vegas and playing, I'm sure they're still going to be forgotten about. So, it should be interesting to see, what the A's can turn out. Next season, next 3 seasons, I guess, before they go actually to Vegas. I don't know what the timeline is in the new arena. But
They said 3 years.
Oh,
so
yeah?
it's like literally it's perfect with that.
So yeah, I guess, they'll be signing a bunch of 3-year contracts, I guess, suppose.
Speaking of 3-year deals, I guess we just never talked about this because this happened a little while ago, but about the Angels with the 3 years, 63 for Kikuchi.
Kikuchi?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess that was just kind of an under the radar
Yeah.
thing. Had the good run with the Astros, but to me, that just screams like one of those contracts with the Angels. Like, that's just not going to be great. His numbers with the Blue Jays weren't great, but then he had like a 2.70 ERA over 10 starts with the Astros. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, we know the Angels have been desperate for pitching for a while.
Yes, dude. I mean, how much was it? It was also around
63, so
63
just
million
shy of.
for 3 years.
Yeah,
That's kind of crazy, dude. Right?
yeah.
Like, don't you think there's a lot of money for someone who like is kind of inconsistent?
I mean, but we know the desperation of the Angels.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's what that is. I mean, we're talking about moves from the Angels and the A's, which is kind of funny right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kikuchi, I just feel like, inconsistent, and like, is his ceiling even really that high? When he is
Too
on it?
high.
That's too high, dude. And at age 33 here, I mean, I can't see him, mature like a fine wine.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. But it seems like everybody's, not that like we care really, but just like for the Angels to kind of turn it around finally. But it just seems like every year goes by, wrong decisions are made, and it doesn't end up happening.
Yeah, which is a shame, dude. It really is.
I kind of think I saw this too, that the I guess the city approved it for like the Rays' new ballpark there in St. Petersburg. I can't believe that they're staying there. I feel like it's just so like it's everybody complains about from Tampa, get to St. Pete, go over the bridge, the traffic. They're not getting good attendance. Maybe a new ballpark makes that more attractive. I just feel like they almost would have been better off being the Vegas team over the A's.
Yeah. It really was so crazy when the last game of the Coliseum sold out, and the
seats
and the dirt, and yeah, dude.
Because I feel like all of that that could have worked, I think, if they got a new stadium. I think people would have went, and if the money was put into the team.
I was gonna say, if they just started spending money, even
it's not like the Rays where it's like it kind of feels like that area, Florida, fair weather fans to begin with.
Yeah, very true, dude. And again, like you said, new stadium uptick for the first couple of months, sure. But like you said, the traffic, the bridge, the probably outlandish prices down there too. Everyone's old. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Right? Where do you want them to move? Hartford?
I don't know. I mean, people have talked about Nashville, have talked about Raleigh, North Carolina.
Carolina would be cool.
I think that's a good one. Right now, they have a team, I believe, in Durham, which is like right next to it. But I think that's an up-and-coming area. Austin as well. I know they have the Horns, Tony. Hook 'em Horns, right?
Yeah, but Texas has got enough teams, no?
Yeah. No, I just think Austin, though. But yeah. I think North Carolina, though. I think that would be... Nashville, too, is up-and-coming.
What do you think about like Montreal getting a team again?
It didn't work then. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like there's markets that could benefit it from here. In the States, we have the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Toronto's right there, you know?
It's like, go to Quebec City, dude. Right? There he is. There he is. Kind of crazy, though, that here we are, another week of shows, huh?
Yeah, dude. So what's the plan here? When's the train? What did we do last time? Was it like a 3:30 train or something?
Something around there. I mean, what were you thinking? Like,
I guess same time sounds good to me.
Okay, so what time are you thinking? Because you're gonna go to Stanford.
Yeah, I'll drive to you. Yeah, exactly.
So what time are you thinking of like getting to Stanford, basically, with your?
Again, I think same deal. Maybe like 2:30, 3 o'clock, like last time. Yeah.
I'm gonna just look up the trains.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated too. Edit
about
and I'll pick up the beers for the train rides. Just
let's see. So 3:24 is 4:24, or 3:05, 4:15. Probably, you think the 3:24 makes sense?
Probably the best.
Yeah. So I would say we want to get that one. Yeah. So I would say if you get to Stanford by 2:30, 2:45, and then
let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
Don't need to be running for the train this time.
No, not running, dude. But
Almost hitting a lady.
I'll be ready for you, dude. Babchick, we're ready. That will be so legendary too. And like, I know you'll do a good job of the recording, even if it's on the phone and it's on the Tony camera.
It's gonna look great. Don't worry, dude.
Yeah. No, but I think we can get it, especially because he knows this. That's why I feel confident that we'll be able to get him to do it. I just hope
absolutely
it will be there earlier, so it's not like he'll be too hammered.
Right.
Because if we tried it after the game, unless he was that hammered, we're just gonna do it with everyone. But like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, I can't imagine he's just like chugging beers left and right. I mean, it's so crazy. It's crazy. You're
But
drinking.
he said, "No, the beer. No, I love the Yankees, but there's a barbecue, there's beer."
Yeah.
Oh, too good. But you will definitely hear from us from the Garden,
Absolutely,
from
dude.
legends later tonight.
From
So,
Victory Lane, baby.
let's just say we really appreciate everybody this week who continues to tune in and continue to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives and the YouTube page, Tony Michael Renee and Jane Costume merch at downtowntv.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you on Sunday. Let's go Raiders!
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.